Right, so in the previous video we have seen how we can call our create post functions using our REST API, and now let's see how we can use post updating as well. So again, it is quite similar like in this function. So I will simply copy the entire thing and replace this entire content over there, because we don't need any of this stuff anymore, because we are not going to interact with our local post.json file. So since we are going to interact with our MongoDB, we can simply use a function like this. So actually that's the advantage of using these specific data modules as well. Therefore then basically all the necessary persistent related stuff will be handled by that specific component, so you don't need to do all of these logics in your business layer. Right, so I will paste this function. I will make this as asynchronous, and yeah, instead of creating, now I need to find by ID and update. So the ID will taken from the request parameter, and the content will be taken from the request body. Right, and this will basically update the post, but if somehow this post doesn't exist, then this post need to be created as well. Therefore I can specify further options like this. So I will say new is true, which means if somehow this post doesn't exist in our database, when we are invoking the update function, it will automatically create a new post for us. And when it creating a new post for us, or it is updating the post, we need to check our validators as well, because let's say in case we have entered a title with maybe 500 characters, it is not allowed, right? Therefore it must invoke this error for us. So in order to do that, we have to run validators again. So I make that option as true, and let's say this is updated post. Right, so everything is quite same as before, only requirement is just to use this find by ID and update function. And let's try to invoke that. Let's go to the update post, but obviously we need a valid post ID over there. So let's select this ID, and we can invoke this patch request. So let's quickly send it. Right, there is an error. It's a cast error. Alright, so issue was at the the functions that we are going to use. So instead of using this find by ID and update, just use find one and update. So basically it knows what to be find and what to be updated. Right, otherwise there will be some sort of typecasting issues with respect to your ID, right? Because find by ID basically it tries to replace the entire content, right? And instead of that, if we are going to use find one and update, it will replace the necessary fields for us. Now if I invoke this function again, you can see it has been successfully updated. And if you go into Compass and let's refresh this out, then you can see our post has been successfully updated. right? And let's say if I entered a very short title, so this must generate an error for us as well, right? So if I invoke it again, it says title can't be smaller than 3 characters, right? And then the post is not updated as well because there is an exception. So that's how our model validators works, because if it is not satisfies this condition, it is not going to persist, right? Okay, so that's the update method, and in the next video I will show you how to use this delete post function as well.